Continuing. Namo astu neelagrivaya sakastrakshaya medushe athoye asya sattvanokam debhyo karan namaha. Sakastrakshaya, one who has thousands of eyes. Basically, thousands is not the count. It's large number, infinite, uncountable, unmeasurable. That kind of numbers. Even in Purusha Suktam, we have a similar expression that comes in there. And Neelagrivaya. Again, the same thing like last time. Neelagrivaya, Neelakantan. But Neelagrivan means blue-necked. That's one way of looking at it from Puranas. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this Vedic time frame is very old and Puranic time frame came very recently. Therefore, it is not a right thing, or it may not be the right context to use the Puranic examples to compare it. Maybe we can use it for understanding, but it is better we should see whether there is any other meaning to that. The whole context in the last two mantras we saw was Sun God was seen and equated to Sri Rudra itself. So we are looking at the horizon, we are looking at that nature. Look at that early morning rising sun. When you look at that early morning rising sun, some places will be in red hue, some places will be in orange hue. It's not that all the places are red and orange. There are some patches of clouds, rain-bearing clouds, and rain-bearing clouds are like a black in color. Or the sky is blue mixed with that, it will be a little bluish, dark bluish color. It will be seen on the sky. And that patch of the horizon is Neelagrivaya. This is one way of interpreting it. Whichever way you are comfortable with, you can visualize the Lord that way. If you wanted to go pure into the Vibhuti Darshan, Virat Rupa Darshan, think in terms of the nature. If you wanted to limit with the Saguna visualization, Saguna Brahma visualization, then think with the Puranic examples of Neelakantan. Think of a human, right, with the blue neck, whichever is comfortable to you. So such nature, what we see there is Neelagrivaya, Sakastrakshaya, we explained it, Medushe. Medushe is rain-bearing clouds. The rain-bearing clouds are there. The rain-bearing clouds is actually the water particles. It's ready to yield that. It's like a child in the womb. It's a Jiva's manifestation that is sitting there. It's going to come down, and once it comes down, there is going to be Voshadis, there is going to be Purusha, there is going to be kids, right? The universe is going to be flourished with that. So that's a rain-bearing clouds, right? So which itself is, Sumankalam. So that one, Medushe, Adoye Asya Sattvano. So it's not just that. When the Ishvara manifest with many Shaktis, different Shaktis it's having, and each Shakti is manifested in one roop. The singing capability comes out through Yama Subbulakshmi. A dancing capability may come through Vaijayantimala. Right? A beauty may come out through one person. A food taste may come through from another thing. So the Shakti manifests in different forms. And each of the Shakti is referred as a Rudra Gana in Sri Rudram. When we say Rudra Gana, we are talking about Shakti of that Rudra. A Gana cannot exist independently without the Rudra itself. A Shakti cannot exist independently without the Purusha. So, here the Rudra Ganas are addressed. All the Rudra Ganas, all your manifestations, all the group of people, all the group of Shaktis that comes out of you, my prayers to that. My prayers to you and to all your Ganas. And by giving such respect, that puja, that kind of meditation, upasana on it, right? What we get is saputra labham. The benefit that's given to us is, the phalam is satputra labham. You get a good child. Medushe. So anybody who is looking for a child, this is the best thing, right? So to chant on Lord Rudra onto this. Continuing, mantra 10. Pramunchadanvanatvamupayo radniyojyam yaschate hasta ishavapparata bhagavovapa. This slogam onwards, for the next 6 slogams, is more of a child's attitude, asking Bhagavan to hide the weapons. It's more like a child we take to a doctor for, say, an injection. And the child is telling, hey doctor, you are a so nice person, I am your friend, like playing, giving a smile and all those things. And eventually telling, can you just don't show that injection to me and make that needle little dull, because that sharp needle will hurt me. So if you make it dull, it cannot hurt. And if you take out your injection and keep it down, you cannot hurt me. So that kind of a mindset that devotee is having onto the Lord. And the devotee is telling, hey Bhagavan, you have that bow which has that string in between, that, the non. English la correcta, I don't know what is the meaning for it. The non. The string that connects that bow. Please remove that. Because if you remove it, you cannot use it immediately. Right? You will think for a minute, and by that time I will get your grace. So, please remove that. And the arrows which you are having, it's all very sharp. So please make it dull. Once that becomes dull, it cannot come and hurt me that much. And the address, he made it as Bhagavan, and we saw it. Bhagavan is one who has the Bhaga. The Bhaga is the 6 wealth. Aishwaryam, Viryam, the fame, the Sampat, the wealth, Jnanam, Vairagyam. All these 6 wealth, whoever is possessing it, is the Bhagavan. So you are already possessing all these things, right? So you have that Kalyana Guna. Therefore, please remove that yourself. There is nobody else can do it. Nobody else has a capability of removing it. Only you can do it. Therefore, please do that. And once by looking at that weapons, I get frightened. Therefore, please hide it from my vision. That's the kind of prayer we have on this sloka. And a similar concept would be there in the next 5 slokas as well. Continuing. Avadatyadanushtvakam sakhastrakshasate shute nijirya salyanam mukha sivonat sumana bhavam. Here continuing on the same lines of thinking. Hey Lord, one who has thousands of eye, Sakastraksha, one who has many containers to keep the arrows. You keep your bow with a string removed and with the arrows dull, not sharp. And turn your face from the Rudrik face, from the Gora Roop to Aghora Roop, in a Mangalagaramana Shiva Roop. And have good thoughts about us. Keep it away, those weapons. Again, the same thoughts again as I mentioned, right? So that we won't get frightened about it. So Sahastraksha Sadeshute, right? Both, all the thousands of arrows, whatever you have, hundreds of arrows you have, let them be dull. Still, you do Shivo Bhava, Sumana Bhava. Be it Mangalagaram to us and give us only Subham things to us. So, this is because the Lord is seen as a Karmapala Dada. As a devotee, we may be doing good things now. We may be following all dharmic ways and following it. But who knows what we did in our previous janmas? We have no idea about the past, what we did good and bad. So if we have done anything bad in the past, we need to reap those benefits as well. So the Lord will give punishments, or Lord will give us some kind of a situation where we get an opportunity to wipe away those papas. So here the prayer is, right, please be considerate with us and help us out to overcome those things without giving a large punishment. By doing this particular sloka, we get some clean manashanti we get by doing in this japa of this sloka. Sloka 12. Vijyanda nukkabardino vishalya bandavakum utha ane sannaste shabha purashya nishankadihi. My prayers to the Parameshwara, let the string of that bow be removed. Let the container of the arrows, the ambratuni, let it be empty. That means no arrows are there. Let the arrows lose its power to hurt me. I don't know what to say, the cover to keep the knife, right? The kattiya vaikkira ura. Let that cover as well as that knife, let it lose its power. The bottom line is, let all your weapons lose its power to hurt me. And the palam for this particular mantra is Chatrunasa. Enemies, right? Removal of our enemies. That's what is that thing, right? Again, it's more like a childish kind of a prayer, right? Because the devotee is not in a matured state yet.